Hello, I'm Alan Cumming, and I've just talked to Cara, and I have wasted years of therapy. I could have just come on this podcast and been completely sorted out.
Beautiful.
I always think it's funny when you go on a talk show and you're like, oh, you're the first guest. That's like a big deal, you know? And even though I would think the last guest would be more of a deal because like you're waiting for you to come on. It's different in America.
Right.
But you're like, oh, I'm first guest. That means I'll be home by blah, blah. You know, I'll be out quick. No. It's like monologue, sketches. It's like 2 commercial breaks before they get to you.
Oh, so it's a big, long...
It's boring.
Yeah.
And also, I mean...
But do you watch them too?
No. I don't really watch television.
None?
I mean, I
had a feeling you were going to say, well, you're so busy too.
I'm busy. I watch things. We have a room in our house where we go specifically to watch TV. So it's like a destination. So we've been watching Fleabag.
Oh, okay.
That's been really,
yeah.
I hear things. I sort of think, you know, it's just not a thing. I don't go into my house and put the TV on, but I certainly don't watch. I mean, to be honest, half of the things I'm in, both in films and television, more than half, I would never see if I weren't in them.
Oh, I'm sure. I could have guessed that before I even met you.
Yeah. How could you?
Right?
So
only half of them though?
No, more than half probably. I don't know. I mean, the things I watch are, well, you know, sometimes I would watch it.
Well, like what? Well, Fleabag, obviously, that's the style that you would watch.
I like that, yes. Yeah, so Fleabag I've been watching, and Schitt's Creek.
Oh,
been
stop.
Watching. Yeah.
I am so hooked on Schitt's Creek right now.
It's funny, isn't it? Yes.
I'm in the last season.
Oh, you are? Well, I'm only in like season 3 or 2 or something.
Okay,
got
so
ages to go. Don't tell me.
My favorite.
But last
now.
week I had my friend had a birthday party, and the evening theme was Schitt's Creek.
Get out of here! I was just telling my
clothes.
daughter, like last week, I said there should be a theme park, like a Schitt's Creek theme park, and we
park.
go
in, that's
in,
really good.
and you know Alexis is there, and Johnny, and Moira.
Well, everyone had these amazing clothes.
And Twyla and everybody should be in the theme park. You could go in and experience Schitt's Creek.
That would be hilarious.
Right?
There's a really funny video actually of talking about the clothes because Catherine O'Hara based herself on Daphne Guinness. She was a sort of, you know, she's this fashion socialite lady, and she was a friend of Alexander McQueen's and everything. And it's actually hilarious when you see this little video on YouTube about placing Catherine O'Hara in all these insane costumes.
Get out of here. I did not know that she did that.
Yeah.
But the costumes are so good. And the way she plays it and her voice.
Catherine O'Hara is like a genius. Like, you know, at the end of For Your Consideration, it's one of the Christopher Guest movies about an Oscar campaign. She does a thing, and it's like she's had a facelift. And she speaks to these people, and it's just so... like my favorite thing of the combination of hilarious, desperate, and heartbreaking all at the same time.
Yeah.
And she does it all, and she's not had a facelift. She's not even got tape or anything. She just does it with her face.
She's amazing.
She's a genius.
They're all so talented, really.
Oh.
Every single one of them.
I have the people I've most geeked out on are Christopher Guest, Eugene Levy, and Fred Willard.
Oh, Fred Willard is funny too.
Completely.
Those are your people.
Yeah, and then Catherine O'Hara, Catherine O'Hara. And actually all that lot. And Parker Posey, like she's a friend of mine, so I didn't geek out quite as much but you know, Waiting for Guffman is one of my favourite films, and it also taught me a lot about America, because I realised if that is being parodied, then it must exist, you see?
Yes.
Because when you've come to this country,
of course.
There's so much to understand. I'm still learning, I'm not quite up to speed.
I think you're doing pretty well.
Thanks.
Okay, so let's do one more. You have to go soon. So let's do one more. During the podcast, we did a bunch of these proverbial sayings, and I would give you one, and you would react to it. So agree, disagree, give me an example, whatever. You were great with them. So we're going to do one more on camera. And for anybody watching who wants to hear more of Alan's reactions to proverbs, then just tune into the podcast.
That's great. Alan's reaction to proverbs.
It's original though, right?
Yes.
Okay. Clothes make the man.
I like this and I don't, in that I feel that I have an issue. I love clothes and I love dressing up, and I do, you know, I'm a bit of a fashion, what do you call it, a clothes horse.
Yeah.
But what I don't like about fashion is how exclusive it is. Because basically it's saying a lot of fashion, I think the fashion world and the fashion industry, it sort of says to people, you can't have this, but therefore you should want it. Do you see what I mean?
Of course, it's a business.
And I don't like that. I don't like that as an ethos.
Like the exclusivity of it.
Yeah, so I don't like, and I found more and more, when you have a choice, like I like designers that are, there's a vegan designer called Brave Gentleman that I wear, and I really like that. And these people I'm wearing today are called Paisley and Grey, and I like them because they're not that expensive. They're really stylish and nice, but they're not super expensive. Things like that become more important to me, that the message you're sending with what you're wearing.
Okay, so that's getting to the message you're sending with what you're wearing.
Yes, and also I think how I use clothes. I mean, I don't normally go around like this, but like when I'm doing a thing like this, I'm dressing up, and I think you've got to be, you're being a larger than life version of yourself. I'm playing Alan Cumming today.
You're doing a good job.
I got the look down.
Look at this. Excellent. Alan, thank you so much.
Thank you. This is fun. You did not ask me a question that I feel I've been asked before. I feel like I should give you like $250 for my therapy session.
Do you think my rate is only $250?
I thought I was getting a discount. Friends and family. Hello, I'm Alan Cumming, and I've just talked to Cara, and I have wasted years of therapy. I could have just come on this podcast and been completely sorted out.
Beautiful.